From New York City, it's Wendy Williams. Today, Wendy's Hot Talk panel breaks down the latest stories, including Robin Thicke's disastrous day on Twitter. Plus, Julianne Hough finally reveals what went wrong with Ryan Seacrest. Wendy's got the details. And all the latest juicy hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
My studio audience. I'm doing okay. Listen, Julianne Hough is finally breaking her silence about that split with Ryan Seacrest. And he's exactly what I thought he'd be in relationships. I'll fill you in. And Lamar Odom has finally moved on, I think, from Chloe. Good. And you won't believe, oh God, okay. And you won't believe Tori Spelling's latest money-making scheme. It's not a good one. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topic. Okay, have a seat. We've got a lot of material to cover. So listen, Tori Spelling has a new scheme to make money. And the scheme is putting her kids in showbiz. I mean, you know, I was holding out hope that they would get off reality TV and at least establish some sort of normalcy for the kids. It's bad enough that mom is crying on TV and dad is running around town with a woman who we still don't know who she is. You know, like most side pieces, they come out and they sell their story, like that Hank basket, you know, they come out, they sell their story, or they talk and stuff like that. We still have yet to meet this woman who Dean had the affair with. But either way, you know, the kids know all about it. It'll live in infamy on YouTube, you know, their relationship and, you know, the relationship with the parents. And she wants her 4 kids, they're all 7 and under, to get into showbiz. First, she's gonna start with commercials. And she rationalizes by saying that they're on reality TV already. They're already used to the cameras being around them. So what's the difference if they get into commercials? I'll tell you the difference. You're a Spelling. You were supposed to provide better so they can go on and be normal people. Like not... It's just a bad idea. Entertainment is not a place for kids. You know, and especially when your mom is unstable and your dad is, well, Dean. And even the grandmother, Mrs. Spelling, doesn't want this to happen, you know? And haven't you learned your lesson yet, Tori? Tori, I remember growing up and watching you on your dad's shows. You used to go on like The Love Boat and Hotel and, you know, some of the Spelling shows. But, you know, with that in mind and how messed up showbiz has made you, Tori, why would you want that for your own kids? I'll tell you. People think that, you know, being on TV or being on movies and everything is such a cool job. And I guess it is, except when you're a kid, you know, and your parents can't be there all the time, or mom is slightly unstable. I mean, there are good instances, like Ricky Schroeder, remember him from Silver Spoons? His mom raised him right, his family, and she ended up investing his money in a string of Taco Bells, and now he's married, and he lives a very, very quiet life. I interviewed him on my radio show several years ago, and he's just like grown into a fine young man. Yeah. And showbiz life ain't easy. Like for me, not for nothing, I'm glad that this TV show happened, you know, later in life. You know, 45, I think I was 45 or 44 when the show first started, you know what I mean? But I'm glad because I was already me. There's not much that this TV can change about the me that I am. Oh, Tori. We'll keep watching and we'll keep talking. So, this is good news about Lamar Odom, everyone. I think he's finally moved on from Chloe. He's reportedly dating a young mystery blonde. I wanted to show you the picture, but it was really blurry. And don't ask me who she looks like, who's famous, because I couldn't tell. And don't ask me, is she prettier than Chloe, because I couldn't tell by the blurry. So I didn't even want to waste your time with the visual. But, you know, when you move on to the next person, you always want to make sure the next person is hotter than the person that you were with. You know? He still hasn't signed his divorce papers from Chloe, but I no longer think it's because he's obsessed. I think that he pretty much understands that Chloe is now with French Montana, and forever how long that's going to last. And he now has his new girlfriend. He has that contract with the Knicks. I don't know how long his contract is, but he doesn't have much more time to play in the NBA. Remember, he's got a lower back issue. And, you know, but I really do like Lamar, and I wish him well, and probably the best thing that could happen to him is that he's now in New York, you know, away from that family. And he's, you know, and he's with his children. You know, he's got a boy and a girl, and they're both over 10 years old, you know, so, you know, the kids need their father. And Liza Morales, his baby's mother, she seems like a lovely woman, you know, doesn't cause a whole lot of drama in his life. So, you know, good luck with everything, Lamar. And as far as you, Chloe, we were having a discussion about you earlier in our Hot Topics meeting. You in the relationship with French. And like, I like French Montana. Do you know what I mean? I like him. I don't like French and Chloe together. You know? I mean, do you remember when Chloe used to be our favorite of the sisters? Because she was like most of us, like the underdog in the family. And, you know, she wasn't the skinny one, and people would make fun of the way she looks, of which I've never thought that Chloe is unattractive. But you remember when she was just so vulnerable and fun? And now, and it's nice to see her with her confidence. She's lost her weight. But with French Montana, it just seems as though she's lost herself in this relationship so quickly. And honest to God, and French is a nice guy, but I swear all I see is opportunists, just written all, just opportunists. And that's fine, only I don't believe in my mind that that's what Chloe's in it for. You know, she's a Cancer like me, and I don't really follow star signs, but I do know something. We fall hard and we are extremely loyal. And being with an opportunist would be something that would break our hearts and we might not recover. And, you know, even like, I thought she was the only one, well, no, I guess, no, because Courtney does have breast implants. I think. I thought that Chloe was the one with no surgery at all until the new booty. And I'm just like, wow, even that. That's a real pop out, isn't it? You know, I mean, and even the way she dresses, remember she was wearing those shorts, those short shorts and the thigh-high boots. And then look at this outfit right here. And she follows him around the world, you know, for the concerts and stuff. She seems like a lovesick puppy. And so he went all out for her birthday, and they've only been together for like 3 months. He bought her a ring. Okay, no, wait, hold on. No, it's this ring right here, this yellow and green one with black things on it. Yeah, he bought her a ring. I know, that's what I said. He bought her a Jeep. And he had a surprise birthday party for her up in the Bronx. So, no, wait, hold on. They said the Bronx. No, there's a new upscale place in the Bronx. And that mother was there, and the other sisters were there, including the 2 younger sisters, and Puffy was there, and his girlfriend Cassie was there, and they were all in the Bronx for Chloe's birthday party. So, you know, all right, well, we're watching this relationship. Let the countdown begin, please, if you know what I'm saying. The there's certain people that I just don't picture having sex. Like I told you, Oprah, I don't picture Oprah getting it in. Never, never. I never pictured Michael Jackson, the dearly departed, having sex with anybody, anything, anyone. Never. I just don't picture. And I just don't picture Ryan Seacrest having sex. I don't see it. And Ryan, you know I love you. I'm a fan of your work ethic, and we both come from a place of fat, and now we're on TV, so we win. But Ryan, I picture you to be that guy. You don't love anybody more than you love yourself. Like I picture you having sex with a mirror, looking at yourself in one hand, literally, and his telephone, you know, checking emails in the other. I just don't picture, and guess what? I think I'm dead on. Well, Juliana Hough is finally revealing what went wrong with her relationship with Ryan Seacrest. And here's what she says. She told this to Redbook magazine. Yeah, she said, there was nothing wrong or bad, but there was nothing right. I had one foot out because I didn't want to get hurt. And I didn't say what was on my mind because I didn't want to ruffle any feathers. So in other words, there was nothing good or nothing bad. He's beige. Just what I thought, just beige. I mean, you know, I don't ask for fights in relationships, but I do like some passion, because passion shows that you were at least passionate about him or her or whatever. And Ryan is just, he works. He's in love with his work, and so that's fine. And Juliana, listen, pipe down. And I'm gonna tell you why, Juliana. Because if it weren't for this relationship, many of us wouldn't even know who you are. So, I mean, I know you were on Dancing with the Stars, and I know that show was a big show, and I know you did a few movies that nobody went to, and and I think now I see you on the Neutrogena commercials or something like that, and they're always taking pictures of you in the Style Watch magazine because people like your style. But if it weren't for Ryan Seacrest, nobody, a lot of us, honestly, we wouldn't know who you are. So you got more out of this relationship than Ryan did. I bet you he's a good gift giver. You know, diamonds and junk, you know, Rolexes and stuff, BMWs, you know. Juliana moved on. She now has a new boyfriend. Yeah. He's a hockey player for the Washington Capitals. His name is Brooks. And she says about this relationship, she says, you know, that she's never felt passion, that she wants to be in love, you know, or I mean that's part of life, to be in love and then get your heart broken. I mean, if you can't feel those things, then you're not really alive. Yeah. So, they're making a movie about Dolly Parton's life. I know, that's what I said, I know. And they're making it for the big screen. Sorry, Houston family. Yeah, they're making it for the big screen. And right now, the part of Dolly is as hot as fish grease regarding the starlets. Everybody wants to play Dolly. Miley Cyrus, Dolly's goddaughter, wants to play Dolly. But no. Clap if you think Miley. Okay. Jessica Simpson wants to play Dolly. That's me. Blake Lively wants to play Dolly. Well, here's the thing about Blake Lively. You know, I forgot that she acted on Gossip Girls, because she's known to me more for now being a style plate, you know? Like, the fashion houses love her. Jennifer Lawrence wants to play Dolly. Yeah. And finally, Hayden they weren't feeling you, Jennifer. They didn't, my co-host didn't react. And finally, Hayden Panettiere wants to play Dolly. Well, now, hold on. Hayden is on the hit show Nashville, and she does a little bit of singing, not that that matters. But you know who I think? I think that it should be Jessica Simpson, and I'll tell you why. It's not about necessarily having somebody that looks exactly like Dolly or has, you know, a rack like Dolly or anything like that. It's about the person that embodies the sweet innocence and good intention of Dolly. Now, you've met her before. When Dolly was here on our show, you saw her personality. Dolly Parton is as sweet as the day is long. She is a good, and she's got a great sense of humor, but she's just sweet. And so is Jessica Simpson. Jessica Simpson hasn't hurt a fly. But if it's not Jessica Simpson, then I want a no-name person because I don't want to be distracted by the actress playing. I want to know the story of Dolly, you know? So it should be, I have one last suggestion though on who should play Dolly. Me! Get away with that outfit on daytime TV in our first season. This was season 1 of our show. I cannot believe this outfit. I'm so glad that I lost that 30 pounds because now I'm back to what I was here. You know, I started to become untucked. And then I started to, well, not untucked, but you know when your looks start to go awry, you start to eat too much and you know, I started to become untucked and because I'm tall, so you know, 30 pounds, I was still wearing the same clothes. It's just, you know, maybe I had a little something here, but you know, he wasn't complaining at home and nobody said anything. Why didn't you say something? So anyway, so preparing for 50, I lost 30 pounds and thank God, because if I saw this picture, and I wasn't back to normal, I'd be very, very upset. What a messy show. So Sofia Vergara's ex-fiance, Nick Loeb, is going to the extremes to get back with her. Not quite Robin Thicke extremes, but extremes nevertheless. That's not a very good picture of him. You know, he's one of those odd beauties, Nick Loeb is. You know, if you squint, he might be like a Frankenstein. But if you show the proper picture, like show that other picture of Nick. You know, that's a hot guy. You don't think he's hot? Clap if you think he's hot. Oh my gosh, the entire front row and more people than not say, no, he's not hot. Really? Well, would it help if I told you he's worth $15 million? You gold-digging hookers, you. And would it also help if I told you his parents are worth many, many millions more than that? Yeah. He comes from long money. So he flew to New Orleans where, you know, Sofia is working on a new movie co-starring Reese Witherspoon. And, but he flew down there to see Sofia. By the way, this is the same movie that he went behind her back and tried to get a part in. I know, he's a businessman. Why does everybody want to be on TV or in movies? I don't get that. Like, no matter how wealthy people are these days, it seems as though they haven't hit the pinnacle in their minds until they get on TV. Like, you know, I love Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't need to be doing Celebrity Apprentice. That man's got more money than he knows what to do with. He and his family. People get on the TV because they want to be seen. It's anyway. Look. So he flew down there to see Sofia, and I guess she didn't want to see him. So he ended up taking Sofia's son, Manolo, named after the character in Scarface, Manolo. He took Manolo out to dinner. Now, mind you, Manolo's only 21 years old, but the streets were talking, you know, that Manolo didn't care for this Nick being with his mother. I guess he saw a lot of heartache in his mom and didn't care for Nick. So you figure, all right, what do Nick and Manolo talk about at dinner? Well, the easiest way to get to a woman's heart is to get to her children, you know? It was a sneaky move. If I were Sofia, though, I'd punish Manolo. Honestly. I would take the keys away to his BMW or whatever. I mean, I would be very, very, stay out of my love life. You know, I am not with him for a reason, for reasons that are too adult for you to even know about. And I don't know that that would make me want to get back with Nick. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, they got together in 2006 and then they broke up they broke up shortly after. And then when they got back together in 2010, they got back together, but he came with the ring, say. And so they got back together. But this is 2014. They still aren't, like, why such a long engagement? Like, what are we waiting for? Like I always say, an engagement is supposed to be the brrrr to the big day. I don't know, Sophia. I don't know, Nick. I don't know, Manolo. But we're watching and we'll keep talking. So, Jennifer Love Hewitt, I love her. She is a dear, sweet girl. And, you know, Love's been here a few times. Love loves Love. And, you know, she hasn't had an easy time of it, but now her life is all laid out perfect. She's got a new husband. He's also an actor. She's got a new baby girl. As you can see, she has a new bob. And a new project, because the old project was canceled. Do you remember she was doing the show Client List on, did you watch? Yes. Clap if you watched. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, what ended up happening with that show is that show was on for 2 seasons and then it got canceled. And remember, Love produced that show, so she was the boss lady and the star, and the fella that she married was out of, I think she married him after they started Client List. They fell in love on the set. No, they fell in love off the set, and then she got him a job on the set. Okay, but now the show is canceled. But now she's got a new show to do. A long-running show, Criminal Minds. Yeah. That's that show with Shamar Moore and his washboard abs. Anyway, so she's gonna be playing some sort of detective or cop or something, and Criminal Minds is going into its 10th season, and it's the kind of show, if you've ever watched it, it's the kind of show that can go on for 10 more years. So good for you, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Good for you. Oh, keep clapping. We've got more great show. The Hot Talk panel is gonna break down the biggest stories of the week, but up next, it's time for Celebrity Lookalikes. Don't go away.
Hi, Wendy. It's Kristen here. I wanted to say that I'm very excited you're turning 50, and I really meant it when I said that you've never looked more beautiful. So if 50 looks like you, I'm ready.
Thank you, Kristen Chenoweth. I love you. Okay, it's time for Celebrity Lookalikes. I love this. Our first Celebrity Lookalike comes from Ruby A, who watches The Wendy Show on KTVU in Berkeley, California. Ruby says her friend James looks like Morgan Freeman. Okay, so here's the real Morgan Freeman. Now, let's take a look at James. Uh-huh. That's a good one. That's a real good one. Okay. Our next celebrity lookalike comes from Catherine C., who watches The Wendy Show on WNYW in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Catherine thinks that she looks like Ariana Grande. So here's the real Ariana Grande. And now let's take a look at Catherine. Yes. Yeah. I think they're giving you a lukewarm reception, Catherine, but I think that you do look like her. By the way, you know, MTV is bringing back TRL for one night. It's tonight at 7 p.m., and Ariana Grande is the special guest, and she's gonna perform her #1 hit, Problem. So, yeah. Oh, and they also said that she has a special announcement to make. I wonder, are you pregnant, Ariana? Okay, our next celebrity lookalike comes from Shawneen R., who watches The Wendy Show on WQMY in Layton, Pennsylvania. Shawneen thinks that she looks like Kendra Wilkinson. The long-suffering Kendra. Let's take a look at the real Kendra. Now let's take a look at Shawneen. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Kendra is a cute girl, and so are you, Shawneen. Okay, our next celebrity lookalike comes from Antoinette N., who watches The Wendy Show on WNYW in Paterson, New Jersey. Antoinette says her cousin Donna looks like Rosie Perez. Okay, this is a hard one, because, you know, Rosie has very specific, really deep dimples. So let's take a look at the real Rosie, who I need to be on The View. Right? And now let's take a look at Donna. I died. Oh my God. That's unbelievable. Thank you for that. All right, our final celebrity lookalike comes from Kiara D., who watches The Wendy Show on KYTX in Longview, Texas. Kiara says that her son, Zamari, looks like LL Cool J. So here's the real LL Cool J. And now here's Zamari. If you or someone you know looks like a celebrity, sharing is caring. Go to wendyshow.com. Up next, our Hot Talk panel is going to break down the week's biggest stories. Don't go away. Time to discuss this week's hottest topics in the latest edition of Hot Talk. Joining me today from Inside Edition, one of my favorite shows on TV. Say hello to Megan Alexander. And from one of my new favorite shows on Bravo, it's called Untying the Knot. Say hello to Vikki Ziegler. And a CNN contributor and the host of BET News. Give it up for Dr. Dr. Marc Lamont Hill, P.S. He's single. So welcome, everybody. All right, Robin Thicke was trending on Twitter this week, and we talked about it on Hot Topics. He did a Q&A with Twitter people who went horribly wrong. Apparently, people are still very upset over the controversy surrounding his hit song, Blurred Lines. And people are also upset at how he's trying to get Paula back. Here are a couple of things that, you know, it was a Q&A with Robin Thicke, but nobody asked him anything normal. People just asked him, like, crazy questions. Like, here's 3 examples. What kind of sexual abuse do you plan on writing your next single about? Another person says, in your music videos, try wearing clothes and not touching other women if you want to get your wife back. And then another person said, do you try to make people hate you, or does it come naturally? Literally, everyone hates you. I mean, Vikki, hate is a strong word, but do you think that we're being too hard on Robin Thicke?
Absolutely. He didn't kill anybody. I mean, I don't understand. We were all listening to the song, right? Everybody loved the song Blurred Lines. We all bought it. We downloaded it. Everybody was dancing in their cars. I mean, everyone was enjoying the music. The problem is, listen, nobody condones misogyny. Nobody wants to talk about women. I mean, we support and love everybody. However, Pharrell Williams co-wrote the song. Nobody's talking about that. He co-wrote the lyrics.
But that's because...
That's a problem.
That's because Pharrell's happy. We'll have him at the top of our hearts for the rest of his life.
Pharrell gets a pass for a lot of stuff now.
He does.
He does, but what about
and
that?
I love Blurred Lines. I loved it more when Marvin Gaye made it 30 years ago. But it's a... I'm just saying, come on, y'all, that's why y'all like it. But it's a great song, but it's a problematic song. And it's a very rapey song. And people didn't get over that. And then when you add the rapey lyrics to that, like the creepy pursuit of his ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife, it's really trouble. So I was at the BET Awards. When he sang that song, the whole room was uncomfortable. When he's like, Paula, please come back. His next album's going to be called Restraining Order.
Yeah.
Megan?
Here's the thing, Wendy. This shows you the power of social media. If you want to get out there up close and personal with your fans, they're going to tell you what they think.
Yeah.
And I love it that women are finally saying, hey, we're not cool with these lyrics. We're not cool with these degrading comments that you're making in the song. And they're speaking out. There's nothing wrong with that. He needs to realize that.
I don't think we're being too hard on him, but, you know, we took a poll at wendyshow.com, and 50% of people, was that the poll, Liza? 50% of the people said we're being too hard on him, and the other 50% said, no, we need to be harder on him. So it was 50-50 thing.
Right. Listen, as a divorce attorney, I think he got the memo wrong. It's not I have a girlfriend and a wife on the side. Nobody promotes people cheating, and that is a big problem, obviously. The question becomes, can he win her back? Who knows? What is he doing behind the scenes? Whoa, wait, listen, I don't know. What is happening behind the scenes? We don't care this public apology and this I'm begging and I'm desperate. Nobody cares about that.
I heard him interviewing on Sway in the morning, and how you doing, Sway? And he said that this album right now is very, very personal to him. He's going to, he has a few promotional obligations, and then he's going to disappear for a while. So probably,
Thank God.
probably while he's gone, he's going to really work on winning her back. And I do believe that Paula will get back with him around the.
Are you serious?
Do you trust him?
No, I wouldn't trust him, but I would definitely rework the terms of my marriage, whether he liked it or not, if you know what I'm saying.
Post-nup. I mean, I think we need to talk about that. That's a big issue. I mean, if he says, hey, baby, I'm going to get some milk, you better have somebody follow him, because I don't know what he's
gonna
doing
be house
or where's
arrest
he going.
if he gets back. It's not gonna happen though. Women don't like when you're at rock bottom like that. It's pathetic.
They don't. But let me guess what? Everybody's beating up on him so much that I have a feeling it's going to have the opposite effect on Paula. Like that is her boyfriend since she was 14 years old.
Yeah, they know
like
each other for a long
baby's
time.
being beat up.
And listen, but Wendy, if not, they can come on Untying the Knot. I will mediate that, no problem.
Okay. The next story. There's a new wedding trend. It's causing controversy. Some brides and grooms are telling their guests that they don't want them to tweet or Facebook or Instagram any photos, comments, or hashtags at their wedding. Doctor?
Get over yourselves. I mean, come on. Like, I get it if you're J and B, right? But if you're like Joe and Bernie up the street, you don't get the option of telling me what to do. I came to the wedding, I brought a gift. I'm taking some pictures.
No.
Yes.
No, but you're my friend. I want you to respect my wish.
Well, I'm not gonna put no ignorant, like, if you trip down the aisle, I'm not gonna put a video of it on the Vine, you know, but just regular picture stuff, I think it's reasonable.
Megan?
Here's the thing, Wendy. I get that they want to unplug the bride and the groom. They want undivided attention. It's their big day. Here's the deal, guys. My professional photographer, who I paid a lot of money, she missed the shot of my father walking me down the aisle. Guess where I got that photo? From someone's cell phone. So be careful if you ban those cell phones. You're going to miss some great candid shots.
Did you pay full price for the photographer after that?
I did. I was
You
so
did?
upset. Listen, those cell phones, priceless photos are captured on cell phones, so don't ban them.
What do you say?
You know what, first of all, Doc, when you get married and your woman says, I don't want anyone taking pictures, I want them to watch us with bated breath walk down the aisle, let the photographer who we paid, who does filtered shots, take pictures and disseminate them. What are you going to say?
I'm gonna say, baby, you got it.
You got
But
it.
on the low, I'm be like,
I go along with this for the brides and the grooms. I do go along with it. I don't think that you have to go so far as to take the cameras from people or, you know, phones from people so they can't, you know, blog and whatnot. But I do respect the privacy of the bride and groom. Who I don't trust are the plus ones. Because the plus ones don't have a horse in the race, you know, so they don't care.
Not invested.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're going to go on to our next story. In an effort to curb teen pregnancy, do you have children?
I do, a 3-year-old son.
Okay, do you have children?
Trying.
Yeah. Do you have children?
One.
Okay, so in an effort to curb teen pregnancy, the Oregon school system is planning on offering condoms to middle schoolers who specifically asked for them during conversation with school officials. Some parents are outraged. Megan, what do you think?
I always think it starts in the home. I think the parents have the responsibility to talk to their kids, see what they're doing, be involved in their lives. However, Wendy, looking into this story, the school is still teaching abstinence as an option.
Okay.
And I love that it's opening up a dialogue. Some kids aren't going to be comfortable to talk to mom and dad, and maybe
They need to get comfortable.
Or a nurse. I agree the parents should be first, but I like that there's sort of a backup now where maybe the school nurse can say, hey, think about this. Let's have a conversation. I love they need to have a conversation.
I agree.
First.
But here's what I didn't see in
Dialogue
the
is
story. Is the school obligated to call the parents once giving condoms to their kid? Because you know what? We signed permission slips for them to go to school, so why wouldn't we have to sign a permission slip for the school to give them condoms?
Yes.
Listen, I think as a parent, you both can speak, all three of you, I think you probably would want that, to know what's happening with your child. The problem is it becomes a deterrent for the kids to go to the school officials. They're not going to tell them that they want the condoms because the parents are going to find out. I think that's a problem.
If you call me up like, yeah, you're your son or daughter just,
Yeah.
I gave him 2 Magnums today.
Yeah.
It defeats the Magnum. My son. It defeats the whole purpose.
Right.
It defeats the whole purpose.
They're going to go on a condom timeout, and that's not a happy place.
Right, because if you could go to your parents for the condoms in the first place, you wouldn't be going to the school.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I appreciate school officials, because I think that we're all in this together when you're a parent, but I get very, very insulted when people at the school know more about my son and his goings-on than me. So,
Right. I work in the family.
And I love that there's conversation and that you're talking about it. And listen, the more conversation, the better. The more that you know what's going on, the better.
And it's all about getting educated. I mean, that's what we need to teach our children in this country so pregnancies go down with these young people and obviously transmitted diseases. I mean, they're on a high right now, and people really need to understand their children need help. So anywhere they can get that proper information, it makes sense.
thank you all for being here. I do appreciate it. For more information on our panelists, go to wendyshow.com. Ask Wendy is coming up next.
Happy birthday, Wendy. Happy 50th birthday. Know this is a milestone and you should enjoy every minute of this day. Know that life just begins now. 50 is the new 20.
Thank you, Naomi, for that birthday wish. Okay, it's time for Ask Wendy. Have a seat. Everybody but you, Red. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm Gloria. How you doing,
Hi,
Wendy?
Gloria.
Recently, me and my boyfriend, we've been together for 6 years. We started talking about getting married next year in Vegas. But he hasn't proposed yet. But he told me to start planning for the wedding.
Yeah.
Should I start planning even though he hasn't given me a ring? What should I do?
First, I'm going to stick up for your boyfriend, and then I'm going to give you my real answer. Okay. Sometimes when we're in relationships, and guys aren't as thoughtful as we are, it's after 6 years, he just assumes that he's coming with the ring, and if he says plan a wedding, he really is going to marry you. However, with that being said, the ring and the date are what you need before you start planning anything. So, yeah. So talk to him about that,
Yes, okay.
All right, Gloria, good luck. Okay, we have time for another. How you doing?
Wendy, how are you?
Fine.
I'm Cheryl. How you doing?
How you doing, Cheryl?
Wendy, I love my husband. We've been married for 24 years, but in the last year, he's been out of a job. Meanwhile, I'm working 2 jobs, and he's sitting on the couch from sun up to sundown. How long should I wait before I kick him out?
Wait, but he's your husband, right?
He's my husband, but he just lost all morale. He just seems depressed.
Yes. What is his line of work?
Well, he's a retired welder.
Okay.
And he worked for Hostess until they went out of business.
Okay.
And he just tried the other job, but he doesn't work any job unless they have benefits. He has to
He's
reinvent
being picky?
himself. Yes, he is.
Well, I don't know that you can kick him out. I mean, that is your husband, but you definitely have to have a conversation with him, and a real stern conversation. There's nothing more turn-offish than a lazy man. I turned off. Okay?
Yeah.
Very well. Everybody, what would you do if your current boyfriend caught you with your ex-boyfriend? Find out next. Ask Wendy. We're back. Before the break, I teased you. What would you do if your current boyfriend caught you with your ex? Well, here she is.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Alzina. How you doing?
Hi, Alzina. How you doing? I love your hairstyle.
Thank you.
Very intricate. Yes.
Thank you. Well, a couple months ago, I was hanging out with my ex-boyfriend.
Why?
Because my boyfriend, he don't like to go out. He don't like to have fun, and I love to be in the streets. Well, anyway, not like that, but I like to do stuff, have fun. Anyway, so he was taking me home in his car, and I saw my current boyfriend.
How old are you?
I just turned 30.
Okay. All right.
So,
How long have you been with your current boyfriend?
For like 9 years.
Okay, so this ex-boyfriend was like...
It was just for fun.
Okay.
Just fun. No, nothing major.
Okay. Do you have children with your current?
Yes.
Okay.
And
But you still like to hang out in the streets?
yeah, like
A girl after my own heart, girl. No, but go ahead. So how did this all happen? So you're in the car.
Yeah, so he's taking me home, and I see my current boyfriend. So I dug down to hide. And so he asked me about it, like, He asked me about it, and I said it wasn't me, pretty much.
How could you disguise the hair?
I didn't have this style. I was in a bob, and I ducked down, pigeon poop.
Okay.
And I was like, it wasn't me, and now I feel guilty.
Did he believe it?
No.
Okay.
So, but I stuck to that. It wasn't me.
Aldina, you can't hang out with your ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
I mean, are you serious with this?
I know now, but I feel guilty now.
you know, you're with your boyfriend for 9 years. You've known for 9 years that he doesn't like to go out and have fun, and that you do. So, I mean, you made your bed. Now you got to lie in this bed. So what is your question to me?
So now I feel guilty. Should I tell him the truth or?
Well, if you're not, the lady next door is. This is a TV. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, honestly, I would tell you, don't even bring it up. Forget it. But leave your old boyfriend and his telephone number out there. Okay? But now it's too late, because now somebody's gonna watch and tell him.
Hopefully not. Thank you, Wendy.
You're very welcome, Aldina. Oh, up next, we've got audience eye candy. Don't go far. Welcome back. It's time for us to reveal our audience eye candy of the day. You all look fashionable and fabulous, but I only have one almost legendary diva fan. And I'm going to give it away now. So drum roll, please. Today's audience eye candy winner is Jasmine Cologne. Come on down, hi, Jasmine. Here's your diva fan. You're very welcome. Here, turn to the front now. Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey, Bergen County.
Bergen County. Okay, tell me about this jumpsuit.
Okay, I got it at Marshall's. It was only $25, which was on sale, and it was awesome.
Perfect.
I'm a student and I'm broke.
The back is open. It's really nice, good and summery.
And I love it.
Yeah, and tell me about your shoes. Like, lift up and let's see.
These are Marc by Marc Jacobs. They were like $125. They're my absolute favorite wedges to wear. They're so comfy. They're just
Cute.
great. I love them. They go with
Cute.
everything.
Well, thank you for coming all the way from Jersey.
Thank
you, Jasmine. We'll be right back. Thank you, Jasmine. I want to thank my Hot Talk panel and also my co-host, my fabulous studio audience. Have a wonderful, safe 4th of July holiday. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.